watch English videos. If they like food, watch English YouTubers that like to cook. Listen to English music, watch English movies.
Besides studying in the class, what do you think? What else do the students need to do to improve their English?
Being interested in it, seeing it as something you're interested in instead of just a skill that you need. You have to change that mindset.
So we can implement it if you have a very high target or goal or whatever. So don't afraid to make a mistake. Okay, study hard and be successful. Mrs. Christian, can you please introduce yourself maybe, and how long have you been teaching or staying here in
Absolutely.
Bali? Yeah.
My name's Christian. As you shared, I'm from the United States, from the city of Philadelphia. I've been here in Bali teaching for a little over 4 years. In the United States, I've worked in hospitality, worked in IT, but now teaching English.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Yeah. It's been how many days? 3 days here, right?
This time it's been 3 days.
3 days, yeah, 3 days. So we have heard quite good news from him, and also from the students, and also from the teacher who come to the class along with him. Good news, which is actually very good for our students here, our brothers here at Monarch Bali Dalung. I know this is hospitality industry. Can you please tell us how important the English is?
Yeah. English is, as you guys know, very important in hospitality. It helps create a relationship with the guest. It helps the communication and the service be easier. So it's very important that English is at a high level in any hospitality job. But not just English, also confidence.
Yeah.
If students are confident, if employees are confident, the guests feel at ease, they feel like they're understood, so they get the impression of better service.
I see. So we touched them here about the competency, how to do, let's say, in cooking, in a waiter, how to serve the food to the people. So as a hospitality person, then they must know how to talk and how to be confident in front of the guests. Is that correct?
It's absolutely right, and it's the same as those skills. Serving or cooking, you know, if a chef is at an omelet station at a buffet, they're confident because they've made omelets 1,000 times. So English is the same thing. It's repetition, it's practice. That's how you get that confidence. You get a higher level of English from studying and reading, but without practice, without repetition, with your friends in the classroom, but with real people, real English speakers, that confidence is going to be hard to get.
So that should be, we build in here in school, do you think?
Absolutely. You have to. It starts here. It starts at home, it starts here, and then it continues into the real world.
You know, we have Friday is English day actually, but most of the people
Only
quiet.
English,
Most of the students quiet. So we asked all the lecturers to come around to invite them to force them to speak English. You know, ask questions and everything.
It's a great idea. We had a conversation about this earlier, but language by immersion, learning a language by being surrounded completely by that language. So on Fridays, only speaking English is great. We need to encourage people to have that same environment at home. Watch English videos. If they like food, watch English YouTubers that like to cook. Listen to English music, watch English movies. They are not speaking as much, but they're hearing the English, and that helps them on a day like Friday. So they can use this vocabulary, and it sounds normal to them instead of this kind of surprise once a week experience.
Okay, nice. Thank you, Mr. Christian. Besides studying in the class, what do you think? What else do the students need to do to improve their English?
It's similar to any hobby, any interest, any skill. It has to be in the classroom, in the real world. So with something like language, it has to be constant. You have to listen to it, you have to read it, you have to speak it. So being interested in it, seeing it as something you're interested in instead of just a skill that you need, you have to change that mindset. So I think besides the classroom learning, like I said, watching English movies, podcasts, TV shows is great. Practicing with friends. Practicing by yourself. I encourage all of my students to record themselves. They record TikToks anyway. Record yourself speaking English.
Right.
And it's something you can watch. So, we're talking about job interviews this week. So I said, record one video of you answering job interview questions. Watch the video and see how confident you look. If you don't look confident, do it again. Do it again. And then you can delete them. Nobody needs to see it, but it's for you. So there's plenty of ways that they can study outside of the classroom in ways that don't even seem like studying. Watch YouTube. We do it anyway.
I'm highlighting change the mindset. But actually they have very high goals, very high target actually to work abroad on board the cruise ship or inland. So the first things they do is they have to speak English. Then you told us the how just now. Okay, now for the teacher, Mr. Christian, what do you think? We teach them actually English almost every day at Monarch, and still we are not there yet actually. This is our expectation. We run to achieve that, and it's still our big job actually to improve their English. What do you think? How's the good method for teacher?
So the teachers, they're doing a great job, but as far as ways that we can improve, it needs to be more collaboration. The students, at least from what I've seen, are very shy. So sometimes if somebody makes a mistake, then somebody laughs and they help each other. But it needs to be encouraged to make mistakes. You have to make mistakes. So if a teacher can encourage people to make mistakes and know that it's okay, then everyone around them gets more comfortable. English is not something to be scared of. As you said, moving to a new country, working on a cruise ship, and they have to know English. But if they're comfortable speaking English before they get there, that job will be so much easier. English is not the hardest part of moving to a new country and getting a new job. The moving to a new country part is hard. English should not be the difficult part. But people are so nervous about making mistakes that it creates, like you said, we have to change the mindset. So for teachers, I think the teachers can encourage that more. It's okay to make mistakes. They should encourage the students to speak more. I know they do a lot of role playing. They need to do even more role playing. They need to do more conversational English so that it doesn't sound robotic. They need to utilize everything they can. And it's conversational English is not easy, but it doesn't have to be difficult to try. It's my Bahasa Indonesia is terrible, but I use it in class to show the students that I can make mistakes. My pronunciation is bad. Terrible.
I agree.
And so they understand that it's okay. And I think that teachers can help encourage that. I mean, making mistakes is part of it.
That is avoid bullying, something like that. Sorry
no
to say
for
that in Indonesia still happen quite a lot.
And it happens everywhere. It's not just your students here. It's people in my neighborhood. When I go to the grocery store, they're nervous to speak to me because they don't want to make a mistake. It's okay to make mistakes. When you go to America and you go to a restaurant, you order a cheeseburger, if the waiter doesn't know the English perfect, it's not a big deal. As long as you get your cheeseburger. And somebody's smiling and they're confident. It's not, so I think that teachers can encourage that. They can practice that. Role-playing, conversational English, even things like reading out loud, having reading time with the students would help. It has to be spoken. you know, if you go to the gym and exercise, you're training your muscles. When you're speaking, you're training your muscles. So it has to be out loud, not always in a notebook.
Wow. Well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Mr. Christian. It has a lot here.
Yeah, you guys are great.
So students and everybody, we learned a lot today about how important the English is, and then the method just now, he told us already, so we can implement it. If you have a very high target or goal or whatever, so don't afraid to make a mistake. Okay, study hard and be successful. Thank you so much.